I had a client today that was running 1,000,000 miles an hour. This is a new client for me. They've never been exposed to me or any of the tools that I use to help entrepreneurs succeed in their businesses. My first words to this client was, I need to slow you down to speed you up. My name is Tee Persad. I am one of the lawyers, consultants, and mediators at Private Corporate Counsel, a private law firm, consulting firm, and mediation firm in Florida. Now back to this client. This client suffered from what I call loneliness at the top. Because he was going 1,000,000 miles an hour, working about 23 hours a day, 7 days a week, he didn't have time for relationships, he didn't have time to work on himself, and he didn't have time for anything else except what he thought was important to the business. Well, in fact, that was the exact opposite of what he needed to be focusing on. His personal life cycle was in shambles. His relationship was in shambles. His family was in shambles. He was not making any progress in his professional life cycle. He was not doing a good job at anything that he was doing. He was just doing busy work. His finances were in the worst shape there's ever been in his life. And his business, as a result, was suffering. He didn't see any of this. In fact, all he saw was the desire to move forward, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And by just moving and moving and moving, he was just really running in place, and sometimes even running backwards. By helping him slow down and think about his business, think about himself, think about his relationship, think about his family, think about his profession, think about his jobs, think about his finances, all before he starts focusing on his business as a core issue, he was able to put things in perspective. When he starts putting things in perspective, he realizes what's important. And when you start realizing what's important, it's easy to slow down and work on those things. Every entrepreneur needs to slow down. They need to take time for themselves. They need to take time for their relationships and their family. They need to take time to sharpen the saw. If they don't take time to work on these 4 critical life cycles, what usually happens is that they are really piss poor at their jobs. They're usually spending more money than they have coming in. And their business is usually disorganized and not flourishing. And they become one of those statistics. 1 in every 5 businesses fail. The difference between a business lawyer and a private corporate counsel is pretty important. A business lawyer is someone you go to when there's a crisis and you need to solve an issue through litigation, or you need a contract drafted, or there's an employee that is giving you some problems and they may have filed a claim against you with the Equal Employment Opportunity Council, or the state equivalent, depending on what state you're in. Lawyers are great technicians, and you should, in fact, have a good lawyer or a business lawyer if you are going to operate a business or be an entrepreneur at any level. However, if you want to succeed, you need more than a business lawyer. You need a private corporate counsel. Just like large companies have in-house corporate counsel, you, as a small or medium-sized business, should have access to a counsel who can not only address the legal issues, but the non-legal issues as well. This is critical because you're not always dealing with a crisis that needs to be litigated. You're not always looking to have a contract drafted, and you're not always dealing with reactive employee issues. A good lawyer who's also versed in business practices and has the business education, training, experience, and relationships, and most importantly, the skills, knowledge, and tools to help you develop as an entrepreneur, as a leader in the business environment. You need to have someone who's able to help you understand all of the issues. A good private corporate counsel should be able to tackle the legal issues, let's be clear. So that lawyer who's acting as a private corporate counsel should be able to address reactive issues, crisis issues, employee related issues, contract negotiation and drafting, mergers, acquisitions, and dealing with difficult creditors or vendors. All of these legal issues are pretty important. But equally important, and I would even say more important, are the issues relative to your growth and development as an entrepreneur and your business's growth and development. How do we effectively do that, honing in on the skills, the knowledge, and the tools we have as lawyers, and also drawing on the tools, skills, and knowledge that we acquire as business people, as students of business, whether it be formal in the classroom setting, like an undergraduate business degree or an MBA, or even an advanced business degree, or a degree in organizational behavior and leadership, organizational management, or related field, or whether it's from the School of Hard Knocks and you get your PhD from actually working in the field for a long time. It's important to have a lawyer who understands both of those issues. On one end of the spectrum, the legal issues, and on the other end of the spectrum, the business issues. When you have those two forces together, that culmination of knowledge, of skill, of those tools in that lawyer's tool belt, and that lawyer is able to draw upon that knowledge, the skills, and the appropriate tools when you're dealing with complex issues for your business, then that lawyer will be able to help you as the entrepreneur and the business person do a fantastic job in overcoming the obstacles and roadblocks between where you are now as an entrepreneur and a business or a leader in the business and where you want to take your business. Moving your business from your 1.0, if you will, to its 2.0. What is your 2.0? What is your business's 2.0? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the skills? Do you have the tools? Do you have the relationships? Do you know what it takes to get you from your 1.0 to your 2.0? If these are issues that are important to you as an entrepreneur, as a business leader, as a business owner, then I implore you to not just look for a business lawyer. Look for Private Corporate Counsel.
Please continue to listen to our podcast to learn more. Contact us at 877-647-7887 or email us at info@pcc.law to learn more about the Private Corporate Counsel program and how we can help you and your business on your journey to success.